Alright you guys, so we are going to be doing this IKEA, I think it's the Malm dresser. I'll make sure to find out what it's called and I'll link it below. So if you guys saw my room makeover, then you guys kind of saw that I used this contact paper for actually these shelves. And I wanted to get a new dresser because I just wasn't feeling the white anymore. But I thought maybe I could use this contact paper for the dresser. And so here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need this contact paper. I'll link it below. It's from Amazon. And I think I just got like the bigger roll of it. Scissors. You're gonna need measuring tape or a ruler. And something to mark. I used a crayon, a bright color crayon, so I could kind of be precise about it. A card, any credit card, ID for the contact paper. So these are the knobs that I got. So let me zoom in. These are the knobs that I got. And these are also from Amazon. These are, I believe the name of these were red elm, or the color of these. And they came with some screws, and these are the screws that they came with. But I already tried to measure these screws to the width of the drawer, and they're too small. And since I don't have any laying around that are bigger, I'm gonna have to improvise. So I have E6000. And then I have a hot glue gun. These are optional only if you do not have screws big enough for your dresser. So I didn't measure out the width of the front part of the drawers. I didn't measure it out to before I purchased them. So I don't want to return them and go through all that stuff. So I like the knobs. So what I'm going to do is, instead of drilling them, I'm going to, and I'm not sure how this is gonna hold up. Preferably I would use screws, but I don't know. I think it's more for looks because you're still gonna be able to open them through the top, you know? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a little bit of hot glue so that it could stick, along with some E6000, and then just place it on the drawers. I don't know how long that's gonna hold up, but that's the fun part about DIYs, is that it's trial and error. So that's what I'm gonna do now, until if they do start falling off, then eventually I'll get screws. But let's get started. So the first thing I did was line up the contact paper to the corner of the dresser. Now going back, I would have probably started on the side of the dresser, that top little side. But you'll see that I go back a little bit later and replace or put some contact paper on the side of the dresser, on that top side. And then what you want to do is peel the contact paper back little by little. What I like about this contact paper is that it's very forgiving. So even if you see that you do mess up a little bit, you can slowly and gently pull the contact paper up and it will not rip. So that's what I really like about it. So that's what I did across the whole dresser. And I ended up running out of contact paper, but I used everything that I had left. Guys, so what a freaking fail. I ran out of the contact paper, and I blame these shelves because I feel like if I wouldn't have used it on that, I would have had enough. I just miscalculated. So I'm gonna have to order another roll, which it's pretty fast. If I order them now, I'll get it says it'll get here by tomorrow, just taking out the air bubbles. So I'm not too worried about it. So I'll finish the top tomorrow, but I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging yet. I'm gonna get started on the knobs and start to measure that out, and then I'll just finish filming the top tomorrow when the rest of the contact paper gets here. What a bummer. All right guys, let's do the knobs. So for the drawer knobs, I measured across the whole drawer first, and I measured 4 inches down and then 10 inches across and then marked it, and I used that kind of as a guide for each drawer. I feel like that was the perfect measurements, as at least for me. So if you guys want to use those same measurements, that's what I did. And then after that, like I said, since I didn't have screws, I went in with the E6000 glue first, and then I went over it with some hot glue gun, with some hot glue, and then immediately placed that on the drawer. And just as a little side note, you want to make sure that you have the windows open or you are in a well ventilated area, because E6000 glue smells quite strong. So just a fair warning if you guys do end up going this route like I did. If you are liking this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already, I would love for you to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future DIYs. Okay, you guys, so I am all done with the knobs, and you know what? They are pretty sturdy, and that's like, they're still kind of tacky, so I'm sure when they dry, they'll be a lot more firm. So if you do have the Malm, I'm just gonna give you the measurements that I used. I used 4 inches down, and then I did, because the length up and down is 8 inches, and then across is like 31.5 or something like that. So if you have this same exact dresser, I did 4 inches down, and then I did 10 inches in on each side. So 10 inches from here to here, and then 10 inches from here to here. So that's kind of like the measurements that I went off of, and I think they're pretty good measurements. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to, like, again, tell you guys that I need to wait until tomorrow because I ran out of the contact paper for up here. So unfortunately, I'll have to wait to give you guys the end result until tomorrow. But I did have 3 knobs left over. I'm thinking I am doing a bathroom makeover, so I might use these in there. So just in case you guys are gonna get these same ones, it comes 15 in a pack, and I feel like it goes very well with the contact paper that I chose. So I'll see you guys tomorrow when my contact paper gets here. All right, you guys, so it is the next day, and I don't know where I left off. I have to look back at the footage, but pretty much these are all stuck on the knobs, and since it's been a day that they've been on there, they're on there pretty tight. So I mean, it's an option if you guys don't have screws, like I said, but if I see that they don't stick very well, then I will have to get screws. But for now, they're holding it pretty good. And you guys saw that I ran out, so Amazon had the next day delivery for this stuff, for the contact paper, so it just came in. So I am going to finish this, so hopefully we could get this all done today. All right, so if you guys end up running out of contact paper like I did, I'm gonna give you guys a tip. As you can see shortly, I lined up the contact paper right where the previous one ended, and I regret doing that because you could kind of see that line now on top of the dresser. So what I suggest to you guys is, instead of doing the way that I did it, is going a little bit over, so kind of letting the contact paper overlap the previous one that was on there, if that makes any sense, because then you won't see any of the creases, or you won't see where one contact paper ends and then where the other one starts. So if I have contact paper left over from, I'm doing the bathroom remodel type of thing, then I will for sure go back and remove just this piece and then overlap it more. So now for that little, it was like about an inch and a half that was left, I just kind of measured out how much contact paper I was going to need, and then cut the leftover, cut the amount that I needed. And you'll see here, I did what I just explained in the previous clip about how you guys should overlap it, because then you can't see any seams whatsoever. And you'll see here that when I place that contact paper on top, you can't even tell where it starts or where it ends. It kind of blends in perfectly together. So now I'm placing contact paper, measuring out how much I need for that side that I told you guys about in the beginning that I wish I would have started on. So just measuring that out and then cutting it down and placing it on the dresser. And then I just rearranged all of my decor on top, just added some plants, a lamp, some vases, and this cute little jewelry holder that I found at the thrift store. And that is my little dresser makeover. Okay guys, so I am all done. This is the finished dresser and I think it's an upgrade. I mean, instead of buying a new dresser, I just feel like it's a win. So you can't even tell. You guys saw that how I needed like that. It was like about 1.5 inches of contact paper that was missing, and you can't even tell that, like where the line is. So you can't even tell. So just in case you guys were wondering, I just love it. I love it. Love, 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 love. And like I said, the knobs they're pretty sturdy. They're pretty on there. So for now, like I said, I think they're gonna hold up pretty good. But if I see that they're not, then I probably will go in with the screw. But for now, I feel like it's doing okay. And just have a little candle here. You guys saw that I had the TV before, so we don't really use it, so I'm just gonna put it in the garage along with the Xbox that was there also. So just did these, just added these cute little vases on top. I did these actually, and then some dried pampas grass, a Bath and Body Works candle. This I got at a thrift store for $2. I'm thinking of using it for like my jewelry. And then just a little lamp. I got this from Target, I believe last year, I want to say, for $3. And then just a real plant here. And that's it. Oh, and it's on a little riser back here, also from Target. But that's it, you guys. I love it.